Hey guys, it's Lex at LexReads, and today, guys, I got some more books. I got even more books. I know I just filmed a book haul like a week and a half ago, and there were like 12 books in that haul. I have another one. So, last weekend I went to Denver Comic-Con, and my favorite part of Comic-Con is getting to A, meet authors, because it's fun, B, go to panels where authors talk about being authors and stuff, because those are cool, and 3, getting books. So I have 9 books to show you today. This first book I'm super excited about. This is Lost Boy, The True Story of Captain Hook by Christina Henry, who is my new fave author of the author sorts. I met her, I got to talk to her, I went to one of her panels, and not only that, but she signed all of my books. So hopefully that'll... So yes, as I have talked about more than once on my channel in the last month, I read Alice, which I really loved, and that was by her, and that is a horror Alice in Wonderland retelling. This one is a horror Peter Pan retelling. So this one is following the perspective of Captain Hook, and it says in the description that there is one story that everyone knows, and then there's the truth. And so essentially in this book, Captain Hook was Peter Pan's first lost boy. This is about how he fell from favor to become his greatest enemy, and it ends on the back by saying, Peter promised we would all be young and happy forever. Peter lies. Peter Pan and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland are 2 of my favorite stories. I've also talked about those. They live in my book stack over there. But I fell in love with Alice and with Christina's writing style, so I cannot wait to dive into this book. The next book that I picked up is The Waking Land by Callie Bates. I was given this book for free by Del Rey Publishing, because in the morning they had this really fun thing where it was like one of those like flowchart maps where you could go through and pick your answers, and at the end it led you to a book, and whatever book you landed on they gave you for free as one of their promotional deals. This cover is beautiful. Look at how gorgeous it is. Oh my goodness. This book follows a protagonist named Ilana, who was raised in a kingdom by the king, and he raised her like a daughter, but then he dies under these weird and mysterious circumstances, and she is forced to flee because she's accused of murdering him. So she returns to her homelands, from whence she has came and left, and she has to reunite with her estranged father, who was branded a traitor, and in the end she has no other choice but to lead a rebellion against the kingdom for which she has sworn her loyalty. I'm excited. It sounds really good. It's gorgeous, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. The spine is really pretty too. Another Christina Henry book, surprise surprise. This is Red Queen by Christina Henry. It is the sequel to Alice. It is a duology. This one is gorgeous. I've already read it. I read it in like 4 hours in 2 sittings. Read the first part one night and the second part the second night, like the next night. It's gorgeous, and I love it, and it's so good, and this one is also signed. It says, "Hey Alex, watch your head, love Christina Henry." She's so cool, so good. I really suggest this duology if you like things that are a little thriller, a little horror, a little fantasy. There's magic, there's magicians, it's so fun. Next up, I picked up Ever the Hunted, which is also just super gorgeous. So when I went to pick up all of my other Christina Henry books, I saw this, read the back, and was immediately taken by the tagline that's at the top. It says, "How can you track down a killer when he's the boy who stole your heart?" And I was like, need it. I need it. Because I have a problem. So in this book, we're following 17-year-old Britta, who lives in the woods with her father, who is a bounty hunter. And she, you know, is living with animals and tracking them, and she has a dagger and a bow, and she sounds really cool and fun. And then her dad is killed. And the killer, they think, is her father's former apprentice, I bet you can guess where this is going. The first boy she ever loved. She's got some fun powers, and it is up to her to go on this epic adventure to find her father's killer and bring him to justice. And she has way more power than she knows, and it's gorgeous, and I really, really want to read this right now. Like, right now. The next one is The Mermaid by Christina Henry. This one is a historical fantasy about P.T. Barnum and the alleged, and the mermaid scandal, where he claimed he had a mermaid and there was no mermaid, except in this one there is a mermaid. This book just came out, and I want to read it this week because it just came out, and I really want to do a review on it because it's brand new. So this one is about a mermaid named Amelia who has never been content in the waters and who longs to walk on the land, much like our Princess Ariel did. And also about P.T. Barnum, who made his fortune selling the strange and miraculous. And, you know, what's cooler than a mermaid? Really nothing. Nothing's cooler than a mermaid. And so she agrees to be his mermaid, and she is under the impression that she can leave whenever she would like. And it says on the back here that Barnum has never given up any money-making scheme in his life, and he's determined to hold on to his mermaid. I don't know if this one's going to be horror. I don't think it is. The other ones are. I'm still really excited. I've been wanting to get into more historical fantasy. This one says, Dear Alex, strong women make waves, Christina Henry. And it's also very pretty. It's just a very pretty cover. I like the cover. This next book is called Foundry Side, and it's by Robert Jackson Bennett. It's not out yet. This is an ARC. It comes out in August of 2018. It is by Robert Jackson Bennett. It's very tall. It's a very tall book. I'm pretty sure this one is sci-fi. Sci-fi fantasy. This one is also signed, and it says, Alex, I hope you enjoy. In this book, we're following Santiago. That sounds like a Spanish name. I like it. And she's a thief. Like a really, really good thief. She's like a known thief. And her latest target is a super, super guarded warehouse on Tavon's dock. I'm assuming Tavon is a mystery world. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that's a real place, let me know. And she's, not worried about it. She's a really good thief. So she's like, yeah, cool. So she steals this artifact. And it has an unimaginable power. It can revolutionize magic technology. And they've been using this artifact to turn Devon into this, ruthless, crazy capitalist machine because the artifact can turn things into sentient, object beings. So she has to learn to harness its powers and use it to save herself, and she makes some friends and allies. And I think it's gonna be cool. And I will try my best to read this before it comes out so that the day that it comes out, I can post a review. Let you all know what I think. Let you know if I recommend it. At the same time I was given The Waking Land, I was given this Del Rey chapter sampler. Most of it is for the Del Rey Star Wars books, but some of them are for other books. So I'm going to read the chapter samplers of the other ones, see if there's anything I'm into, pick them up if I am. So these are books that are coming out from Del Rey in 2018. I don't really care about the Star Wars books, but I might be interested in a couple of the other ones. We'll see. And the last books I got were not from Comic-Con, even a little bit. I bought them for my Spanish class that I'm in because half of our assignment, 10-15% of our grade or something, was buying an English and Spanish copy of a book originally written in Spanish. We have to read them, do some book reports. I picked Medina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. So when he is 15, Oscar Dry disappears from his boarding school in Barcelona. For 7 days, no one knows where he is. They're looking for him. He's kind of like a fugitive. Everyone's like, where the hell did Oscar go? And this is his story because he met a girl named Marina. When he was exploring the old quarter of the city. Sounds familiar. Alice, is that you? She leads Oscar to a cemetery where they witness a macabre ritual that happens the last Sunday of every month. And they decide to follow this veiled woman on an adventure after they see her descend and place a single red rose on a grave. So this journey transports them into forgotten post-war Barcelona. So it's a world of aristocrats and actresses, and there's like this proletariat bourgeoisie thing going on. And it also reveals some dark secrets and that lie waiting beneath in the mysterious labyrinth in the cities. This apparently has been a cult classic in Spain. It's an international bestseller. Once again, this is the Spanish one, this is the English one. So yes, guys, that is everything that I picked up at Comic-Con, plus a couple extras. Please go down below, let me know if you've read and if you liked any of the books, if there is anything you're interested in. If you would like for me to post a review for any of them, just go down and let me know. Also, subscribe, because it makes me happy and it costs nothing. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.